Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the Programs feature in Contactually. And if you haven't checked out Contactually, you can go to contactually.com, and it is a customer relationship management program for really managing relationships with anyone in your life. It's an incredibly helpful tool that I use every day for managing relationships with people, which is really the key for developing a successful business. So you're looking inside my Contactually dashboard here, and if you go along the top of toolbar here and then click over to Programs, this is an incredibly powerful feature that is offered in some of the different plans that they have in Contactually. And I'm just going to show you one program here. It's really flexible, but basically it's a sequence of events and activities that you would use in developing a relationship with someone. And these days it's not as simple as just always emailing a person or always communicating with them on Twitter or Facebook. There's so many different tools that you use: phone calls, text messages. And so this programs tool allows you to use those different steps, and you can basically build a sequence. So one of the first things I'll do is I'll just follow someone on social media. If there's someone that I learn about, read about, hear about, I'll follow them on social media, like on Twitter or Facebook or something like that. And then you build your way up into developing more of a relationship. So the first step here is to follow them on Twitter. And then after that, maybe you respond to or retweet some of their tweets just so you start getting on their radar screen. Then after that, maybe you work your way up. Step 3 is liking their Facebook page or Facebook business page. And then in Facebook, you can select Show Me Updates to make sure that you actually see those updates, because Facebook doesn't always show them to you. And then wait a little bit longer and engage a little bit more on Twitter. And then maybe you take it up another notch and you record a video like I'm doing right now, reviewing a product of theirs, or maybe you mention them in a blog post that you write. And the video is so simple. You can do it with a laptop, upload it to YouTube, do something like that. And maybe they have a business or a book or something that you want to talk about in that video. And then immediately after that, next step would be to email a link of that to that person. Just say, hey, FYI, I mentioned you here. Or sometimes they'll pick it up on a Google News alert even, which I've found before you even email it to them, but it's a good excuse to email with them. Then maybe after that, you connect with them on LinkedIn, depending on how much they use LinkedIn as the next step after that. And then after that, I would maybe say try and introduce them to someone who you think would be of mutual value to both sides. Always has to be value of both sides. So maybe it's someone who could interview that person or promote their book or business in some way. So it's definitely of value to them. You don't want it to be a burden to them at all. And then work your way up, and eventually work your way up to step 10, which is sending them an email asking them to do a short interview with you that doesn't take a lot of time. This is a basic sequence that I often run through, but when you're running through this sequence for 10, 20, 30, 40 people, 100 people, it's very difficult to make sure that you're always in the right step for each person. And I'll just show you kind of what it looks like in my dashboard. Here's one person, Jason Gaynard, who I recently connected with a while back, and I put him. He's someone who's in the sequence here, and as you can see, you get the little updates there, indicating where you are in the step and then in the sequence, and then you can just mark complete when you're done with it. So that's basically how the programs feature works in Contactually. And one last thing. Another cool feature that Contactually has is email templates. And so I've drafted 10 free email templates, which you can use if you go through my partner link, which is smartbusinessrevolution.com/contactually. You can get those 10 free email templates that I use regularly populated automatically into your account. So go check that out. I also have some reviews on my site at Smart Business Revolution. If you click on Start Here, some reviews of how to use Contactually. You can get them right there. Thanks.